Hey there, you awesome woman. So I'm Rocha, creator of the Just Do It movement of female entrepreneurs and the creator of the Masters Online Business Training. Now, congratulations on making that decision to request this training, because I want to guarantee you right now that you're going to find this incredibly helpful. So this training is really going to open your eyes as to what's available and what's possible for you as a female entrepreneur. Plus, I have a little secret for you at the end of this video, a little bit of a surprise that I want to give you. So today, you're going to discover how to join my new live masterclass. So I'll tell you a little bit about that later on, right? But first, let's get into this. Now, in this very important but crazy engaged video, I actually want to walk you through the process and the roadmap of a successful female entrepreneur. So you're going to learn how to go from hobby and passion ideas through to hot leads and a successful online business in the most direct path possible and without the least amount of overwhelm. How does that sound? Sound good? Seriously, it's just cutting all the fluff, cutting out all the confusion. Just let me show you the 3 simple steps that you need to nail in your own business. Now, most importantly, just to let you know, I'm a huge fan of us female entrepreneurs who have no excuses and we just do stuff, right? So as I walk you through this, I'm going to show you some doing tips with each of these stages, and they're actual practical kinds of actions. So get your pen and paper out and you'll see the worksheet as well. If you haven't downloaded that, go ahead and grab that. I need you to be taking notes as we're doing this so that you'll know exactly the priorities that you need to be working on right now in your business. So if you're just getting started as a coach or a consultant or even a service provider, or perhaps you've been kind of cruising along for a while, right? And you're turning over just a little bit of money in your business, regardless of where you are, you're probably like me and you're frustrated with being overwhelmed and confusion all over the place and all the different strategies and approaches and everything that everybody's telling you to do. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm really excited just to remove all of that for you right now. I'm going to make this business building really fun and simple again. So once again, my name is Rocha. And if you and I haven't crossed paths before, well, hey there. So just to let you know, I run a few businesses online and offline, and I've helped hundreds of women from really all over the world build their businesses with smarter digital principles. And I'm now reaching over 100,000 women every single month in my business. But enough about me. This is just all about you and your stage of a successful coach as a female entrepreneur. And going straight through from hobby to hot, right? As a successful coach or a consultant. So this specific training, you'll actually see it's a part of my just do it way approach of building a business. Female entrepreneurs come to me all the time in that kind of like dreaming, launching stage. And when you get this right, you'll be able to remove all that frustration, all that overwhelm, right? And go from dreaming to actually shining, right on to becoming a 6-figure female entrepreneur. So we're going to just focus on this so that you can leave this training with real clarity about where you are right now in your process and what priorities you need to be focusing on first and what you should be doing to grow your income and create the lifestyle that you want. Okay, now the first thing that you're going to need to know is your zone of awesome. What do I mean by zone by awesome? It's what everybody tells you you are naturally gifted at, right? It's something that everybody has. It's a zone that you want to share with the world, and you might be in a startup phase or in a newbie phase, or you might have already been working on this, but sharing your talents, your zone of awesome for years, maybe even decades, I really believe that as a unique human, we all have these unique, awesome zones, right? Something you're told over and over, hey, you're awesome at that. And here's some examples right now. So you can be anywhere from nutrition to parenting to home decorating to beauty to business. It doesn't matter what it is, your first challenge is discovering your zone of awesome. Now that you've done that, you're ready to build an online business, right? Wrong. No. Just because you're skilled in your awesome zone or you're passionate about something or you're gifted, it doesn't mean that you go straight from hobby to hot. There's stages that you have to go through. I'm going to show you that right now. I've personally done this, and I want to show you the 3 stages as to how you actually deliver your zone of awesome as a female entrepreneur. So right now you're going to recognize which stage that you're currently in and kind of those next steps that you need to take to get to that next stage, right? Along that roadmap. Are you ready to learn about stage 1? Shall we get to it? Awesome. Okay, let's do it. So let's get to work on the whiteboard here. So the first stage is one-to-one. And this can be online, this can be face-to-face. So I like to have a little visual here. But this is one-to-one, right? So this is where you're delivering your zone of awesome in kind of that consulting, coaching, one-on-one, or Zoom. So my example of this is when I ran my health coaching business. That was face-to-face and online. So I was serving people here in the local area around Utah, and I was meeting people also one-on-one on Zoom. And I would sit with them and create personal programs for them and catching up with them monthly. And I also charged them a premium price to do that. That's where I started. That's where I kind of cut my teeth to become a coach. So when you're in this one-to-one stage, it allows you just to really connect with your market. And I really love this stage because you get to be really personal, right? And if you're passionate for what you do, you'll love this for that reason. You'll also get to learn your market's language because you get to listen to them. You hear what they're saying and you get to understand them a little bit better. You get to also practice your craft because one-on-one, you're there, you're on the front line. You get to practice your skill set and your zone of awesome. And it's a really good opportunity to gather testimonials, gather case studies, because you're getting great results for people. Now, because it is one-to-one, you can charge a higher price, but there's a financial cap here because you are exchanging your time for money, right? There's only so many hours in the day that you can charge. And I want you to also remember in this stage that a lot of people think that because it's one-to-one or face-to-face that you can't automate it. And that's not the case, because even though you have a one-to-one business, it doesn't mean the rest of your business can't be automated. Sure, that manual delivery might be a little bit manual, but everything else along the side of that is automated. Now, the next step after you've gone through and nailed one-to-one, I prefer face-to-face. The next stage that I would recommend is going one to group, okay? Okay, so this is you practicing online to less than 10 people, maybe doing a challenge, something like that. So online programs, like 10 people or less, this is when it's actually time to start scaling your business, right? When it comes to trading your time for money. And the good thing about this stage 2, is because we've moved to online exclusively. We get to cut out that face-to-face element completely and the one-to-one hours. So an example of this is when I created my health challenges and I was meeting my clients online, right? No more face-to-face, no more one-to-one. I was working with a group of people. And basically I had already nailed stage 1. Because I had done that so much, I was able to move online exclusively. So I started doing my coaching online, all my sales calls online, all my Zoom meetings online and forums to deliver my programs. Then I got to travel more, right? And broaden beyond my market. So the good news about this is that you're no longer limited to geographical region. You're not limited to one-on-one, especially when it's face-to-face, where you can only serve people geographically when you catch up with them. No longer is that the case when you move to one to group. So the other thing about stage 2 is you need to start determining how you're going to teach your zone of awesome to a larger group. I got so used to that face-to-face and that one-to-one element that I had to get really creative about how I was going to turn this into like a group online space. But the good news is you're taking little baby steps away from that front line, right? You're starting to pull yourself away from that front line because you're no longer one-on-one. So in this stage 2, you're wanting to get really familiar with automating, using onboarding systems, using a booking calendar, and all that kind of thing. And once you've really nailed the online one-to-group, so remember 10 people, no more than 20 people, then it's time to finally move on to the final stage. Now in the final stage, you're really starting to scale big, right? You're starting to move beyond just your schedule, and you get to start thinking about impacting terms of thousands of people. So I call this final stage my one-to-many stage. So over 20 clients you're coaching at this point, and it's awesome because you have completely removed the physical you from that front line. So because there's no more one-to-one, there's no cap on your earning potential, and you're now confident in being able to get incredible results for people because you've gone through this process. You've been testing your programs. You've gotten incredible results for everybody, and now you're able to transition from teaching them as one-to-many model, right? The price point on this is obviously not as high as you can charge on one-to-one face-to-face, but the risk is diversified. Rather than only having a few high-paying clients that are giving you $5,000, you have a lot more people, like 1,000 people paying you $50. The good thing about this stage right here is you get to make money 24/7. So at that point, there should be a whole focus on growing your team and preparing that business succession and what's really going to happen next. So there you have it. Those are the 3 stages. So we start off delivering our zone of awesome one-to-one, face-to-face, right? Online or off. And then we turn to online one-to-group, less than 20. And then online one-to-many, where it's an unlimited amount of people that you can help. So where are you in this stage, right? And I don't want you to skip a step. If you skip a step, you're very likely to spend a lot more money and time. So you've got to choose one. Where are you right now? Where are you sitting right now in the stages of a coach? I like to keep this really super practical. I don't want to just leave it here. So I want to show you your priorities and a kind of doing tips, right? That's going to help you move through each of these 3 stages and get them rolling. So firstly, in stage 1 here, the first thing that you need to be doing when you're in this stage is that you need to be acquiring your first 5 to 15 clients, okay? So 5 to 15 one-on-one clients, and at least 5 of those should be face-to-face, right? That's your whole focus. And I would recommend getting this through free traffic strategies. So these clients, you need to test out different approaches. So this is all about testing. Testing, testing, testing. What's the best way to deliver your zone of awesome and help those people get true results, right? So we're going to be doing tons of testing during the one-to-one because you are getting out there and you've actually got to prove yourself, right? You've got to prove that what you're doing is working. Okay, so with me, I was always on call. I had some really late nights. I was kind of like AA for Chocoholics as a health coach, right? But I got incredible results. And because of that, I want you, when you're in stage 1, I want you to capture as many testimonials as you can and as many case studies as you can, right? So testimonials, any case studies that you can. I transformed my clients from living on sugar and being over 100 pounds overweight to running marathons, right? And completely getting off of all their medications. And in my business coaching masterminds, I've helped women become authors, create online programs, teach them to sell in their sleep, sold out workshops. So when you're in this stage, I want you to start increasing your price points, and I want you to start getting familiar with online systems as well. So you can start charging more money in this and start understanding systems as well, online systems. because that's going to come in handy with automating. So this is where we start to get used to scheduling tools and communication tools, because we're going to really need them to make our lives so much better, a little more less crazy, more automated. So let me give you some hot action tips really quick in this stage here for you. So testimonials, with those being really important. Boast or Bravo. Go to Google and just Google Boast. They're amazing for capturing video testimonials for when you're not in the room with people face to face. You should also at this point want to start capturing what's working and what's not working. Start looking at your clients that are really having some good success and figure out why. This is going to help us to turn that into an online group transition, into that online delivery. Then I also want you to map out that journey from where they were and where you want people to end up, right? Have a look at your clients one-on-one and mark out their milestones, kind of the steps in between the things that you've helped them with, right? Each thing that you've helped them achieve, those milestones. This is going to allow you to turn this into a program as we move from one-to-one coaching to group coaching. Now, what about stage 2? So if you're in the online one to group stage, this stage here, and you're developing your zone of awesome as a coach or consultant, here's what you should be focusing on for your main priorities. I want you to first be building your online program or your challenge to help supplement your one-on-one time. So online program or a challenge based on all that you've researched on and learned from this stage here, right? From stage 1, you're now going to start developing a group program. I also want you to completely go to online systems. All your scheduling, everything should be online. So no more on the phone. So online scheduling tools. So all your scheduling should be purely online. You don't need to be doing the phone calls for this. Scheduling, communicating, payments, everything now should be online. Also, you need to start testing paid traffic. Over here, we were using free traffic, but now we're starting to use paid traffic. So at the beginning, we're relying on free traffic, but at this point, we're going to be moving to paid traffic strategies. Plus, I want you to build out a bit of a lower price point program. So figure out how you're going to be doing this online one-to-group program. No one-on-one involvement. So what does that look like, right? So at a lower price point, while you're doing all of this, really observe and record what's working well as you teach online to your small group. Who's getting the best results and why? Now, to help you get moving faster, I've got some action tips for you as well to help you achieve these 4 to 5 things here on stage 2, faster. So I want you to set up an online scheduling tool. This bit here, this online systems, I use Schedule Once. It starts at $5 at the time of this recording. It's $5 a month. Or if you want a free version, I've used Calendly before. Another thing that you want to get at this stage is you want to start looking at kind of in between the challenge and what do people need to know? What kind of homework do you need to be giving people after the challenge has been done and before the next challenge occurs? What kind of pre-work or training or videos do you need to create? That kind of sort of thing, right? What kind of things can you show them to get them the most success out of your time together? And this is going to become your signature online program. So stage 3, this is when you're finally in that one to many stage, right? It's over 20 people that you're coaching now. You're going to get really good on developing your paid traffic strategy here. And lastly, I want you to focus all your efforts on retention and engagement strategies, right? Making them get the best results that your students can get. So it's all about making and getting results for your students and your clients and members inside your programs. You'll also then get to create more online programs for your community at different price points. Plus, at this point, a team is really, really important because you cannot go at it alone any longer. You're just too busy, so you need to be thinking about getting a team. You may have gotten your first assistant over here in stage 2. You may already have a VA, but it's now time in stage 3 to hire out a whole team to really grow that team. And then finally, I want you to think about what is in your future, right? What do you want to do from your business? What's next for you? Where are you going to go from here? I want you to decide on your next plan, right? And the time frame. When are you planning to retire? Are you planning to sell your business? Are you planning to take it to the next level and develop something new? Plus, at this stage, in stage 3, I want you to celebrate, right? And go take a vacation. That's another main priority in that stage. Go and take a few months off in your business. You've worked so hard to get here, and don't worry, I've got some more action tips here in this stage as well. So when you're in this stage, when you're in stage 3, I want you to determine who your 10 most successful students and clients were. And I want you to start looking at the similarities of those people. They're going to be your top performers, right? And we're going to go and figure out how to get more of those clients. I want you to schedule in a 15 or 30-minute call with each of those. And I want you to ask them, what did they do in the first 30 days when they joined your program to have that kind of success? Start looking at the similarities between these guys and start building an onboarding nurture so that you can get everyone that comes in through your program to perform in a similar way to those top 10 performers. Now, when you're growing your team, another tip here is I always start with offshore VAs or even local interns. I've used that. That's really affordable, and it's a easy way to grow your business without pressure on yourself. Also think about the end game. What does it look like in 10 years time, right? I want you to think in the future, what does it look like for your family? What does it look like for your hobbies and your interests and your business? Really think about that. And let's start planning towards that. So there you have it. This is the very same method. The one that I just outlined for you is the one that I personally used in my own business to build my coaching business from absolutely nothing to now being in front of hundreds of thousands of women every single month. So I hope you've realized from doing this that as long as you follow along, this is something that any woman can do, right? You can allow these 3 steps and these 3 stages and put them in your own niche to build your own 6-figure coaching or consulting or service provider business with this model. So now I want to ask you a question. Would you like me to show you the entire process that I follow to help you become a thought leader in your niche? Would you like me to take your hand and walk you through it, implementing the steps for your own business? Should we do it in 6 weeks? Because guess what? That's my zone of awesome. So I'm going to personally guide you through 6 weeks of training. I'm going to show you exactly how to get your dream clients begging to work with you, exclusively you, and how to turn your zone of awesome into a program or a course, and then also move you from trading time for money for the rest of your life. So this program is called the Clients for Life Masterclass. And in this masterclass, I'm going to be helping you every step of the way. So let me show you exactly what's inside over on my computer. So in this masterclass, this is going to become part of one of the core products in my Master's Online Signature program. And the whole point of this is for you to build a funnel to help you bring clients to you for life. So this is called your Clients for Life Masterclass, and it's going to be a 6-week live masterclass where you're going to build your freedom funnel, right? And you're also going to get paid what you're worth. You're going to learn how to turn your funnel into a Clients for Life system that is automated, and I'll walk you through that step by step. Of course, I'm going to show you how to flood new clients to your program. And this one here, us women sometimes, we're not so good at this, learning how to sell your program, but actually feeling like you're selling. You're also going to learn how to discover your lifestyle and, of course, stop trading time for money. And then we're going to scale beyond your schedule to help you impact thousands of people. So let me just kind of walk you through what's inside. In week 1, we call this the roadmap, your plan to profits. And we're going to be doing a business assessment, right? We're going to look at your zone of awesome. Make sure we've chosen the right one and do some competitor analysis and customer research just so that we know what our market is telling us. In week 2, I'm going to walk you through the foundation of my favorite funnel. And based on what your business assessment is from module 1, we're going to make sure that you're in the right stage and that we build the right funnel for you. Then in week 3, we're going to decode your zone of awesome. You're going to get to brain dump all of your brilliant ideas, all those thoughts and your experiences and your training that's in your head. You're going to learn how to logically create a step-by-step program. And during this as well, I'm also going to show you how to turn that program actually and take that and make that online, right? So we're going to show you how to build an online portal. And it's a very techless step on how to do that and engage your students online. Plus, I'm going to walk you through some numbers, some validations so that you're really confident in moving forward before you take those next steps. Then in week 4, Automation Accelerator, you are going to learn how to automate your business, right? I'm actually going to give you my done funnels for you, my sales machine that is actually done for you. And I use consults to do this. So there's a few different options to do this just depending on your experience, but I'm going to walk you through it, the calendar scheduling, the automation, how to create that really wow, exceptional customer experience for your customer online. Plus, you're going to get all of my done for you resources. So my emails and my landing pages, just everything so that we can make this so much faster. You'll just take them and make them your own, right? In week 5, you and I are going to learn how to sell without selling. I've learned this myself, and it's a skill that I had to develop on my own to actually sell authentically and how to put myself out there and do it confidently because it can be scary. So I'm going to show you my exact consult script that I've actually used to sell and close $20,000 programs in just an hour Zoom call, right? There's just a process that you need to do. So I'm going to give that script to you so that you can avoid any sleazy, salesy kind of tactics and learn the top sales triggers so you don't have to leave any money on the table. And then finally, in week 6, once we have week 6 in place, we're going to start filling up your funnel. Once it's all built and we're ready to harness the power of both free and paid traffic, I'm going to show you both, kind of depending on your budget and where you're at in your business so that you can really automate your funnel filling and have people added to your program, your course, your challenge, your services just 24/7, right? Okay, now here's the really exciting part for these 6 weeks. And I know, I'm really aware it takes time to build a business, but you need to have that ongoing support and that close, more intimate environment to do that. So the Clients for Life Live Masterclass, there's a few things inside. Each week of these 6 weeks, we're going to be doing an online live workshop. So it's live. It's a 90-minute workshop. So you don't have to really worry about attending live. If you can't make it or your schedule doesn't work, that's okay because they're recorded. And there's going to be a whiteboard behind me, right? Just like in our workshops. And I teach you and I leave you time to actually do the work. I give you all the tools that you need along the way in order to create what I've crafted, whatever I've asked you to make. So the next things needed in place for the Clients for Life system, we're going to be getting those in place and doing them together. So this really allows me to keep you on track. So if you're somebody who needs accountability and you need to tell everyone to leave you alone for those 90 minutes, do it. And I'm also going to give you really specific things to get done and finish them by the time we're done with that call. So you'll actually be done altogether. Really cool, right? Okay, so you'll get access to that every single week for those 6 weeks in that 6-week masterclass. Just to get stuff done, I don't want it to go on for months and months and months. I just want this to be 6 weeks, right? A really clear client for life system that you can put in your business. So bottom line is, if you want to grow your coaching or consulting business in a way that has people stopping to take notice of you and expand your services, then I'd love for you to apply for the Clients for Life Masterclass today. It's being sold for $2,000. However, since we're in an exciting launch stage, you can join me inside the Clients for Life Masterclass for a one-time payment of $497. So just keep this in mind, that this is a really discounted version and it's only available for a limited amount of people because I want to keep this a really intimate group, right? The price will be increasing, but for right now, it's heavily discounted at 75% off. So people that are ready to take this serious and to have me guide them step by step, we're going to do that, right? I also want you to know this is 100% guaranteed because I'm super confident that once you get started on building your system, you attend the master classes live with me weekly for 90 minutes and you're getting your stuff done, you're not going to want to go back to building your business all alone again. But if for any reason you're not super happy, it's not resonating with you, and you don't absolutely love it, just let me know. No questions asked, we'll refund your money. So the Clients for Life Masterclass, it's pretty unique because it's going to be only application only. So you actually need to schedule a 15-minute call prior to joining the masterclass. We're basically just going to ask you a bunch of questions, find out where you are in your business right now, where you want to be, and figure out some of those steps that need to be taken in place to help you get there. And we're going to make sure that you've got the business model that we feel like is a good fit for the Clients for Life Masterclass. And also make sure that we're really, really confident that we can help you grow. Because it's important to me that everybody in the masterclass has success, right? And that they're really awesome, lovely, kind people and they're passionate about building a business. People who are really prepared to do the work, right? And take action in their business. True doers. So only fun people apply. So at the end of the call, after asking you a few questions, if we feel it's not a good fit, we'll politely tell you it's not the right fit and direct you in some other, ways of resources to help you out. Or hopefully we'll be able to welcome you in to the Clients for Life Live Masterclass, and you can join me and the other gorgeous women that are ready to get stuff done. So if you're ready to schedule your chat for our masterclass, let's secure the first available spot because they're first come, first serve. So make sure you check that calendar right now and just mark what works for you in the schedule. And I can't wait to chat today. And hopefully I'll see you on the other side.